Welcome to today's video, guys. We're at the storage yard and we're gonna do some stuff with a $10 Evo today. I wanna go through everything that is inside the car and work out exactly what we got so that then I can kind of categorize and get a list together of everything that we have and everything that I still need and all that kind of stuff for the Evo, because I wanna start making moves on that. And where we last left this thing was, well, we put it here in the yard, we put this cover over it, and that's where it's sat. So, yes, I need to go through all of this and figure out what we have and don't have. And there is a lot. It's kind of going to be like treasure hunting, I guess, a little bit with this. So it'll be kind of cool to just go through and see everything that we got. First off, we got some side skirts, which is absolutely awesome because mine were completely trashed. We got this nice big blue tarp here that I'm gonna put everything on. Unfortunately, the weather for the last few days has been really kind of crappy, and just dealing with everything else that's been happening as well. It's just been really hard because any plans that I've made for any videos has kind of just like flipped upside down. Oh, it's kind of cool. They gave me the key too with that. Good to know. What's kind of cool is it came also with a steering boss kit, which is kind of cool. It looks like it's got all the ABS stuff in there too, which is awesome. And even though this has a bit of surface rust on there, I'm not too worried about that because that all cleans up pretty easy. But yeah, I'm gonna start going through everything. We're gonna lay it all out. I'll probably set up a little time lapse and stuff, but I'm excited because we might find some goodies in here that I didn't know about. Wait. No, guys, we got a Cusco brake stopper? Oh, that's sick. So this is part of a front strut bar. I hope the rest of it's in there. I know there's a strut bar in the back, but I don't think that's the front one. So this goes on this side and a brake stopper screws into that there and pushes up against the master. That's kind of cool. All right, anyways, as I said, we're gonna go through everything in here, see what we find. Set you guys up on a time lapse. So I pretty much finished unloading this thing, and there's a lot here. I definitely thought in my mind there was probably going to be a little bit more than there was, but I'm still really happy with everything that we got. So this is definitely a really good hoard. One little surprise was an Evo swimming pool. I think there's like it's crazy. Look at this. I lift this up and there's like hardly any water under it compared to in the carpet. Oh, there is a drain here. Hang on. Do I just push that in? There it goes. Oh yeah, she can drain now. Just glad we can get most of that water out. Make sure I grab that bung later too, because I'm sure I'm gonna need that for the other one. Oh, there's a bung up the back there too. Let's get that too. Oh, great. Getting my hands in the... There we go, pop that one too. That way that can drain and not happen again. This side's fine though. Oh, there's a tiny bit there. I'll pop those out too, but I'd say a little bit of water just got in from the cover. It's probably got a hole in it. But yeah, going through everything, we really lucked out. Like full engine harness, like these harnesses right now, like they're selling on auction sites here in Japan for anywhere upwards of $500 to $600, and this one's in really good condition. I had a quick look at like all the clips and stuff. It was taken off with proper care. Like all the injector clips are perfect, brand new pretty much. Everything looks great. My harness in the Evo is a little bit how you doing, so this one will probably get used in that one. All the door cards, they're a little bit dusty and stuff. They got a bit of dirt on them. Passenger side's got a bit of wear here and stuff from a roll car, like a roll bar or cage or whatever. What is wrong with me? Why can't I speak today? But yeah, long story short, door cards are in pretty good condition. I think they're going to clean up really nice. The dash, this is something I was really surprised about. This is actually in really good condition. There's a few like nicks and stuff like that on there, and there's a fair bit of like double-sided tape that needs to come off properly. But for the most part, this is going to clean up really nice, and this may actually end up going in my Evo. We have a rear strut brace. The front one, the pieces for the front one are missing, so unfortunately we didn't get that. We only got half of it, well, one end of it. We got a full power steering rack with lines, and this power steering rack was recently refurbished and changed. You can see the sticker on that right here, hard to see, but that was recently refurbished, so that's a really good rack. You can see like pretty fresh bushes in there too, so I might end up putting that in my Evo. We got full pedal assemblies for brake, clutch, pedal, everything. Brake, clutch, pedal. Brake, clutch, accelerator, pedal. I really can't speak today. Hey, what is up? We got front knuckles, I believe. These are in pretty good condition too. The bearings look really nice in them. The ball joints here look really good, so they're nice. We got some stock front suspension there, which we're not going to use, but I might throw it up on Yahoo for just like $10. We got some AC lines. We got the cable linkages for the transmission, the full AC chill box and fan and stuff, that's all there. The body loom in this looks really, really good too. It hasn't all been removed yet. It's kind of chilling here like that. Look at that, we popped out those 2 holes and it's going to take forever for that water to drain out of the carpet. That's crazy to me. But yeah, for the most part, like, we did really well. The rear is crazy. Now that I've cleaned out everything in the back, check this out. This is so clean. I ain't never seen an Evo trunk, an Evo 5 or 6 trunk or 4 that looks this clean. Not a single rust spot in the wheel well here. Like, it is actually really nice. Everything in here is beautiful. So a lot of this, like this entire back panel is going to come out and go into my Evo. This entire quarter panel here is going to go into my Evo. Look, we even got the windscreen washer stuff here. All of this is going in my Evo. Oh, free gas tank with the Mitsubishi logo. That's so cute. Yo, that is awesome. Yeah, like I'm so hyped. And the fact that we also got the trunk too. The sucky thing is the wing was removed off this. You can see like they just taped up the holes. But this is a good condition trunk. If I can find a wing, that would be awesome. I want to put the 6 wing on there. All the little lights for this kind of stuff too. This plastic isn't broken. Like all the common stuff that normally breaks on Evos in the rear end, this doesn't have it. It's in such good condition. I love that it even has like the rear wiper delete with the MFR thing pressed in there. Like, it is such good condition, the rear of this. I'm really happy about it. Like, even the quarter panel vents and stuff are here, which is really, really lucky. So we did really, really well. This car, the whole purpose of me getting this was pretty much for the rear quarter panel and the back panel, but the fact that we got all this other stuff that can go in as well, like, oh, the rear subframe in this is mint. That is 100% going in my Evo. Like, just I'm so mind-blowing. Like, there's such good parts here that I'm definitely going to be using. There's a fair bit of stuff that I'm probably not going to use too. One thing that I'm super hyped on are these side mirrors. Now, they're stock ones. They're not like Ganadors or Granadors or anything, but these are awesome. Like, OEM Evo 5 mirrors are pretty hard to come by these days. Like, you generally can find them on Yahoo, but people just want stupid money for them, like $400, $500, $600, so that was good. We got the Oem Fuel Lines with all the plastic covers and stuff. Like, so good. We even got the rear vision mirror, which is awesome. A charcoal canister, which you kind of need to have in the engine bay in Japan, just when you pass shuck in, then you can take it out. You just sit it in there with the hoses like disappearing, and it's fine. I thought this was cool. Mitsubishi fuel cleaner. It's empty though. It's kind of cool. Otherwise, a bunch of scrap and stuff like that there. Actually, this Athlete's going to be recycled. Roha bought this a while ago just for the engine, which had a 1J, and it's like been in a big accident, so we're just filling this up with scrap, which when it gets recycled, all of that will go to the junkyard, so I'll put all that in there. I thought this was interesting. I found this in there. This is like a blade that they attach to like weed whackers here in Japan. They use this to cut all the weeds. The blades are pretty blunt now, so that's obviously why it was just thrown in there with it. It's just junk, but for the most part, we did really, really well. The handbrake assembly and all that kind of stuff is there. We got all the, what's it called? The such and such sensors for like knowing the direction and stuff. The yaw sensors, that's what that is. But yeah, that's it. We did really well. And the carbon roof is a plus too. I'm not sure how I'm gonna remove this, but we'll see. I don't know if I want to put this in my Evo yet. What do you guys think? Like, is it worth us trying to remove this carbon roof and putting it in mine? I feel like it would be really cool, and it looks like it's in really good condition. It's obviously going to need, you know, wet sanding, clear coating and stuff like that again. But what do you think? Should I do the carbon, remove this and put this carbon roof in the TME? I think it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Like, we're not putting a roll cage probably in the TME when it's done. But yeah, we got seat belts, like that was all missing. All the trimming, the roof trim, that's another thing I'm hyped about because we didn't have that in the TME, so being able to put that in there. We have the back seat top part, not the bottom part. We also have the parcel shelf, which is in amazing condition. I was a little bit bummed about missing the bottom seat, but we can get that pretty easily on Yahoo. They're fairly cheap, like 60 bucks. But yeah, overall, we did get everything that we needed. Few things that a fair few people have been DMing me, asking me that they need certain parts for their cars, like floor pans and stuff like that. I just want to say, like, once I'm done with this, I will allow anyone and everyone, if someone needs something from this car, if you're willing to pay for me to like get someone to cut it out for you and ship it to you, you're more than welcome to it. Or if you want to buy the shell off me on what's left, you're more than welcome to do that and organize, like, you can find someone who can ship it over or stuff like that, whatever you want. Like, I'm happy to help anyone else out. If you need anything from this Evo to save your Evo, yeah, hold out till we're done with the Evo project, please. But yeah, that's that. That's everything we pulled out. I'm pretty stoked, to say the least. So I'm going to go through and write everything in my iPhone that we have here, get my list together. By the way, whenever you're doing a car project, I highly recommend that you just have like a folder or a note section on your phone, everything outlined out. At a shop, normally we use like whiteboards and stuff like that, but just you need to keep track of everything, because then you'll get to a point where you're missing a part and then it's going to take 6 weeks for that part to come in when you could have ordered it like 3 months ago. So just a really good idea to go through and be organized. But yeah, that's everything we got. I'm going to list everything up and then we're going to head to the shop, and we're going to, we might actually be going to base. I'm not sure yet, but we need to get those knuckles sorted out. And if we have to go somewhere with a press, we have to. Just got to the shop and it is cold. Let's get this thing going. Few people have asked about this. This is just a simple kerosene heater. Is it lit? Oh yeah, it's lit. It's hard to see, but it'll start burning in no time. So yeah, in Japan, you can pretty much just get kerosene from any gas station. And it's pretty common that a lot of people just get these. Now, it doesn't really warm the entire shop. Like if it's super, super cold, it's enough to like heat up everything where it's like workable. If I wanted to like heat up the entire shop, I'd probably need like 5 of these or something. But it's enough like you can just move it to like where you're working and stuff, and it'll heat up the area around it. Another way to get double the heating capacity out of these is to actually put a kettle on top and always have water in there, and that creates and makes another whole like heating element to it and just makes it more efficient. But yeah, it's a Japanese thing. You've probably seen it in a bunch of animes and stuff, but whole bunch of parts came for the 32 actually, if you can see there. We got a gas tank, which is a hack that I think I told you guys about in a video. That's from Astagia. We've got a really cool other package behind that on the roof and stuff. It's funny, I'm just burying the Evo right now in R32 parts. But my goal today is to try and get these bushes out. I'm hoping we can use my tool. I got a burner, so I'm gonna use the good old barbecue burner here to try and heat up that bush, and hopefully they'll come out a lot easier when there's some heat on there. But yeah, if I can get those cleaned up today and painted and ready to go into the S15, this thing is then going to be very, very close to driving again, which I am excited about. Hopefully we can make some events with it before the end of this year. Got this thing going. I'm going to sit here for like 5 minutes, heat this thing up, maybe a bit longer, and then I'll try pressing it again. But it should move. Normally once you put some heat on this, these ball joint things press out. I seriously hate Nissan for the Hiker system. It is the worst thing ever. It's the first thing you should change on any Skyline. Delete the Hikers, put real tow arms on. It's just a junk system. Back in the old days it was kind of cool, but yeah, especially for drifting or any kind of like time attack stuff or grip stuff, you really don't want your rear toe changing. It just fails all the time too. It's just a really old system. Coming out like butter now. Beautiful. I'm so glad I didn't need a big press for this. Just needed some heat. And look at that, it's out now. Look at that. She's out. Don't want to touch it because that's gonna be, that's hot. And here you guys go. The worst thing that Nissan ever put on the Skyline. Well, this is part of it, but yeah. Now we can put a real proper bush in there. And I just got to do these other two now, but these ones will be much easier. Bit of heat, put the press on it, come out like butter. That is how you do it. Good old Milwaukee. Coming through clutch. Oh man. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, 2 out of 3 done now. Serious Milwaukee every time. There it is. Woo! Who needs a press when you got a Milwaukee Impact and one of these bearing press things? Seriously, we got she's hot, but we got that sucker out. And now this knuckle is ready for us to clean up and paint. I just got to do the other one, and then we'll do them both at the same time. And I'll be ready. So as you guys would have seen, we got all of these old bushings out. Some of these still looked pretty good condition. Obviously, once I heated them up, they kind of like, and pressed them out, they ruined themselves. These were definitely clapped out. The biggest issue with the whole Hikers thing is that these develop a bunch of play in them only after like anywhere from 10 to 15,000 kilometers on a car. And that's when like your toe and stuff just starts adjusting automatically when you go over bumps and stuff. So just one of the big reasons why Hikers sucks. And I know I've said that a bunch already, but time's gone past. And I've already got the knuckles all painted and everything clean. Look how beautiful this came out. Actually super hyped on these. Sucky thing is we do end up having to cut these ears off though when we install the dual caliper bracket. But here's one I've already prepared, all with the fresh GK Tech poly bush kit installed. These bushes are seriously the best. They're actually really cheap and affordable too. It's a polyurethane bush, and you can press it in with a vise. I'm using this though because it's just so much easier to press and line them up and press them in. You can also just cut these in half and slit it in like on each side and then tap this guy in. But I find it easy to just press the whole thing in. Just use a bit of lube of choice, whatever you've got. I like using just the plain Vaseline for a bunch of stuff. You know, people put rotary engines together with this, so I figure it's good for engine mounts and other things like that. And did I say engine mounts? Bushes. But whatever. You know what I'm saying. Today's not a day of Sam's greatest speaking moments, that's for sure. But yeah, as you can see, nice, beautiful, clean knuckle with polyurethane bushes all installed, ready to roll. Just like putting good bushes in a knuckle, like on your S chassis or Skyline, it changes, just makes the car feel so much better. Anyone who has ever done new bushes on everything in the rear knows what I'm talking about, but it is like night and day, and it feels so good, and then you end up doing it to every other car you own. So highly recommend it, and when they're as cheap and as simple and easy to do as this, you can't go wrong with it. I love GK Tech. You guys know they support and sponsor me on this channel, and we've done a bunch of GK Tech stuff on the S15, and this is just like a no-brainer. Such a good product. It's super affordable. You only need three packs of these, and then you can do 2 knuckles because you need 3 for each knuckle, and they come in packs of 2. So anyways, that's where we're at. I'm gonna get the other one sorted out now, and then I think we're done for today. The last thing that I have to do is I've got to cut my dust shields and stuff like that, so I'm gonna cut the dust shield off from the inner section here because I need this still, but I don't want this. So I'm just gonna remove the whole like brake dust shield. We don't need that. And tomorrow I need to pick up all my new rotors and stuff like that came in. They're all at Yashio factory right now. Got some cool stuff for that coming. But yeah, massive progress today. Gonna finish putting these bushes in. We'll show you what it's like when it's done, but let's get started. Done with both knuckles now, and they look awesome. I cannot wait till we can put these on the S15 with these fresh bushings. The rear end is gonna feel tighter and so much better. The car's just gonna communicate to me more in the driver's seat. I'll be able to feel it more and be able to react faster and stuff, which is the best thing about doing that. So that aside, look, I mean, it's not like huge progress, but progress is still progress. Don't forget that. And this was a big part of it. The fact that we got that all done tonight and it went so smooth and easy, nothing was seized or anything, is a miracle in itself. So I'm pretty happy about that. We're good to pretty much assemble these when we get our rotors and everything like that. One thing I forgot to tell you is while I was going through the Evo, I found this little memory card in the back. Now, I don't know if it's gonna work, if there's any footage or anything on it, but I'm gonna go home now and I'm gonna plug this into the computer and see what it is. It's most likely from like a driver recorder or something. We'll check the footage and stuff like that, make sure there's nothing like personal or anything like that from the previous owner. But yeah, I don't know, maybe this is interesting, but we'll find out. It always trips me out a little bit when I turn this off. You push this little button here, woof, it's gone. All right, time to head home and let's see what's on that memory card. So I just got home and I've been trying this SD card for a while now, and nothing appears or works whatsoever. It doesn't see it, so maybe it drowned and got super wet or something in the Evo, but doesn't appear at all. I'm gonna let it just sit out for a few days if for some reason it starts working, like if there is moisture in there, but I don't think so. I think it's just dead. But bummer. I was really hoping there was gonna be something interesting on here. I was just expecting it to be like a driving recorder camera, like SD card or something, but it would have been super cool if we found some kind of footage of that Evo that I'm using for a parts car, of it driving or something like that. So, but anyways, guess it wasn't meant to be. So on that note, I think we're gonna wrap up today's video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Massive progress going through and kind of categorizing, getting everything sorted with the parts Evo so that I know what I still need to find and get for the TME Evo. Is really going to help me a lot. And then obviously getting those knuckles, bushes all sorted out. I'm so glad we didn't need to go and like use a proper press or anything. In the end, it probably would have taken me, if not the same amount of time or more with a press. And I got that thing down, like I figured out like that system that I'm using pretty well. The only thing that would make it so much easier is if I had a proper workbench with the vise mounted to it. Now I do actually have the workbench. It arrived, as if you saw the box in the shop. I don't know why I didn't show you guys, but I just need to find the time to set it up and kind of like locate and work everything around. So we should be getting lifts soon. And when that all kind of happens, then I'll know like the final layout of everything and how it's going to go. But I'm also thinking about looking for a new building, something that's like 2-story with offices upstairs that we can get the merch and everything up there when I hire some staff, and they can run the shop upstairs, and everything downstairs can be workshop related with the lifts and everything like that for making content and building cars. So things are getting a little hectic here, and hopefully yeah, next year I think is going to be a very big year. Fair few really big announcements coming as well, and yeah, it's exciting, like where we're at now, where we're going. It still seems like it's not even the tip of the iceberg yet, but anyways guys, I'm excited. Thank you so much for all your support as per usual. If you're a little bit late to the party, I'm going to leave the coupon code for 20% off on SAMMIT.net for the Halloween sale down in the description. Go grab yourself some SAMMIT merch if you still can. It's 20% off, and I'm going to leave it open for an extra 24 hours. Trying to clear out everything for the new drop that's coming, which is hopefully, fingers crossed, depending on whole shipping delays and stuff from the pandemic still, it'll be in the next week or 2. So keep an eye out for that. We got banners and a bunch of cool stuff coming. But anyways, thanks for watching. Smash the like button, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. Jamata.